Excuse me. I'm sorry, I hate to bother you. I've lost my phone, and I'm wondering if you could call the number for me and see if I hear it ringing. But you got your phone out, and you were going to. So I would say it worked. No, actually, what I was going to do was give you the phone number 867 5309. Right. You passed the test anyway. Ugh. How dare you scoff at music? Good music. Oh no, era doesn't necessarily matter. You can appreciate music from any time. It has no bearing on its era of origin. Come on, it can't be the worst thing anyone's ever said to you to start up a conversation. Seriously, what's the worst thing someone's ever said to start a conversation? Yeah, to you. Oh, man. Wow, that is bad. And really cringy. I'm not even sure it made sense. I thought mine was weird, but that might take the cake, yeah. Oh, mine? I was wearing a baseball cap and they said, "Are you bald or is that a wig under there?" it's it's doubly confusing because it's almost the same question. I realize you don't have to be bald to wear a wig, but then they immediately corrected themselves and said, "I mean, is that your real hair?" Right? How is that your first question to somebody? Well, as it turns out, the following questions were almost like they were trying to describe me to someone who'd never met me before while looking at me. I might have thought they were blind, except how did they know about the baseball cap? No, they weren't actually blind. It's a whole story, but for another time. But you're right, not as weird as yours. Yeah, exactly. Oh, mine has to be near the top. I mean, it served its purpose. We are talking. It doesn't matter how good or bad. I mean, I now know that I am not classified as the worst thing someone's ever said to you, so I'm okay with it. I really did consider one so bad it was funny. I just couldn't talk myself into it. Well, I mean, it's an interesting thought, right? You basically have 10 seconds to make a first impression on somebody. So what do you do or say? My point. Thank you. I appreciate the kind of compliment. They're boots. Is that not what you were asking? Oh, right. They are motorcycle boots. Yes, that's a good eye. They're pretty incognito. I'm surprised you recognize them. No, I just like wearing motorcycle boots. Yes, I do ride, yes. Oh, actually, this is my riding group. Well, they're bikes anyway. I mean, some would call it ragtag. I would call it eclectic. We got a little bit of everything, and I kind of prefer it that way. I mean, it doesn't really matter what type of bike you have. It's not what riding is about. Do I know the owner of which one? You mean the bobber style down there? I do, in fact, know the owner. They're in the group, yes. I'm feeling a little quid pro quo going on. What do you have to offer? I could do it on goodwill, but I'm interested what it's worth to you. You'll just owe me one. All right, you know what? I'm going to take you up on that. Yes, I will introduce you to the owner of that bike, and you will owe me one. All right, hold tight. Let me go get the owner. Hi. I do, in fact, own that bike, yes. You didn't ask if it was me. You asked if I knew them. And I do. Because it's me. Oh, you definitely still owe me one. I'll need to decide. Oh, we said no time frame. Oh, now you're gonna give me shit that it's a modern style bobber. Okay. Of course, I would have loved to have gotten my hands on an older one and restored it. But no, that's not what I was going to say. I was going to say time and money are kind of an issue for me at the moment. But I have never actually understood that saying. You can, in fact, actually have your cake and eat it too. Yes, you can. Take the little girl over there with the froyo. She has it, and she's eating it at the same time. However, once she finishes, she will not then be able to eat it and have it. Eat it in like past tense, right? Anyway, it just has never made any sense to me. The saying seems backwards. That's all I'm getting at. I should look up where that started from. Okay, weird fact about me. I kind of enjoy looking up the origins of sayings. Don't you want to know why we say things the way we say them? Right. The bike. You're kind of one-track mind sometimes, aren't you? So you ride. Motorcycles, I mean. Very nice. I like that style too. Yeah, of course. I'm not sure I've seen one of those around. Are you new to the area? Ah, very cool. Obviously, I don't know every bike in town, but that one would probably stick out a little bit. So tell me, how did you get started riding? Let me rephrase. What made you learn to ride motorcycles? Oh, that's really cool. Me? Well, when I was younger, my siblings and I were a bit latchkey kids. And I was the oldest, so that meant taking care of them. And then as I got older, I started driving. People say getting their license and getting their first car and getting on the road, that was freedom. For me, that was being a chauffeur. Wasn't really freedom. But when I was able to get my motorcycle license and I had saved up to buy my first motorcycle, it was sort of a turning point for me. In a way, it was pretty much the first big defiant thing I ever did, because my mom really hates that I ride. Hey, I was a good kid for the most part. Anyway, the motorcycle was freedom. It's really hard to chauffeur people around on a one-seater. That was freedom. Then as my siblings got old enough to start driving themselves, they followed suit, got motorcycles, really to the chagrin of my mother. But then it was a new chapter. We got to go on rides together, and I'm very highly food motivated. So we would find a restaurant hours away, go check it out. Wasn't no longer in the mode of having to be their mom. I was just able to enjoy being their sister, and then their friends. Anyway, motorcycles have always, in some way or another, represented some turning point in my life. Anyway, I didn't mean to get really deep there. Oh, I'm not just a biker girl. You can't put me in that box. Some might say I have more sides than a D20. Oh, you do get the reference. Okay, I see. Well, it looks like some people are trying to get your attention. I tell you what, let me give you my phone number for real this time, and if you want to go for a ride on motorcycles, hit me up. There are some beautiful views around here. There's a lake, actually, within just a couple of hours. I would really like that. Sounds good. I'll see you around.